I was very mad because I was tired all the time. I knew that something was wrong and that I wasn't being believed. I was teaching in high school. I was a special education teacher, and it felt like most of the time I couldn't catch my breath. My students were worried. I was coughing all the time, and it was a time that COVID was still rampant throughout my school. The first doctor said, "You look very young. Go boil some water and add some honey and you'll be fine." Other doctors didn't say the word cancer. They thought maybe it would be infections. They thought maybe it would be tuberculosis. Because I grew up in the Philippines and have also traveled all around the world, they weren't looking for lung cancer, even though they saw this haze on my chest. Months later, after a lot of tests, I was finally diagnosed. I was only 28 years old, and it's a very rare case for somebody that young to have lung cancer, especially it was already stage 3A at that point. But when I was diagnosed, I also found out that I had to find specifically lung cancer specialists at Rush Hospital. You know, everybody talks good about Rush. It's university level knowledge. They're already ahead of the game. And instantly, when I entered the room, it was calm. It was like a calm within the chaos, and they knew exactly what was going on with my body. And they knew exactly what to do, and what they suggested was that I would have 2 rounds of chemo instead of 6 harsh ones. And since I was young, their priority was to give me good quality of life. My first treatment care plan with the other hospital, it was going to be pretty debilitating. Like the plan, I was going to lose a lot of my hair, which I didn't here at Rush with that plan. It was going to affect my kidneys. It was just going to affect my whole entire body. But the way that Dr. Bonomi and Dr. Marwaha created my care plan, I was able to still navigate my life without a lot of side effects. I also didn't end up having to do an operation with my lungs. Right now I'm on targeted therapy, and so far so good. The plan is that I'll be on targeted therapy for the next 3 years, and they're closely watching the scans for my chest. A shout out to my healthcare team, which is Dr. Marwaha, Nurse Sarah, Nurse Irene, Dr. Bonomi, and my nurse Susan, who was able to help my husband, who is mostly Spanish speaking. She gave light to how important caregiving was, and she made my caregiver, which is my husband, feel seen as well. I know and trust the team at Rush because the way that they treat you is very humanizing, but the most important part is like, how will you live life after treatments, right? Because you still want to live, you still want to go pursue your dreams, and you still want to be there for your family. And even to this day, I've become very passionate about advocating because lung cancer is an invisible disease, and a lot of us, and the disease itself is still very misunderstood. The team at Rush are very aware of this disease and how it's a health pandemic. And anyone with lungs can get lung cancer. So if you feel symptoms or feel anything off with your body, please go and seek help, but make sure it's intentional help, right? Please go to Rush. They know what they're doing.